What on earth does all this mean on a scouting report? Let's find out. Hi guys, I'm Aussie Villain and welcome to my tutorial for Football Manager 2022 as we look to go through how to read a scouting report and get the information that you need out of it. Now, if you are new to my channel, make sure you hit thumbs up. Don't forget to, and subscribe, of course, if you are new. I messed that up, didn't I? But yeah, anyway, subscribe and like and all that stuff. And I should say I've already done it, or I have done a tutorial on setting up the scouting network, so the rest of these. So make sure, if you haven't already, go and check that out as well. But I feel like reading a scouting report is worthy of its own tutorial. Now, the first thing I would say is be wary of the star ratings. I'd say star ratings are very, very good for judging ability, but in terms of current ability, or potential ability I should say, but in terms of current ability, they can be a little bit misleading. So let's have a look at Loftus-Cheek here, for example. Now, if you were looking for a ball-winning defensive midfielder, he's not a 3.5 star midfielder because that's not the role he plays, but he is obviously as a Mazzella, or I'd say several other more attacking roles, he is very good. Whereas if you were looking for a more defensively minded midfielder, someone like, off the top of my head, I don't know, I've gone blank, but it's the old thing of if you're looking for a striker, Messi and Peter Crouch. That's for the kids. But they're very, very different strikers. If you were looking for a target man, Messi would not be as good as Peter Crouch. He just wouldn't be. But any other role, then obviously Messi would be better. So star ratings for current ability can be a little bit misleading. I think you want to look at the attributes and get the sort of player that you want. But in terms of current ability, potential ability, I think it is definitely worthwhile. Now, this A- rating, a superb signing, that is basically the scouts are recommending that based on everything, not just how good the player is, but also transfer fee, the wages that would be that you'd expect to pay. I keep clicking off that. You can see there 83 to 115 grand a week. So that sort of takes everything into account. It's not just the ability. So that the star rating is just the ability. But again, as I say, that can be slightly misleading because it depends on the type of player that you want. Now, something else that is new for this FM, which is really, really good, the pros and cons, which you used to have to click in the player profile for to find, they're just here for you now, which is excellent. Now, the cons are usually where I'd say you want to have a look. Pros, I mean, you can usually see what the pros are just by looking at them, but there's a few things here. They're professional, pace, he's English trained. He was a bargain. It's down here, 5.5 million. If you want a decent midfielder at the start of the game, you could do a lot worse than Loftus-Cheek, couldn't you? But the cons, I mean, things you want to look out for in cons, I've always found doesn't enjoy big matches, assuming that is back into this version of the game. That was always a big red flag for me, because if you're not going to play well for me in the big games, then why am I signing you? So that's something to keep an eye out for. But these things do make a difference, arguably as much, if not more, than the actual attributes, because these will hold back or enhance the attributes anyway. So definitely worth having a good look at these, and you'll get to know what attribute or what these attributes. I'm not sure if they're considered attributes, but you'll get to know which of these works and doesn't work for you, in the way that you like to play. But yeah, very, very good that this is here, and definitely something that is worth keeping an eye on. And you can see here also for the squad comparisons. Now, again, as I've said, star ratings can be a little bit misleading, but it gives you an idea of roughly where he's going to fit into your current squad. Now, you can see down here the other options that you have. I've never really declared a player as a top target. You probably could. But if you like what you see, add them to the shortlist. I'd always say fully scout a player, because although he may look like a good signing now, as we've seen, where was the percentage that he scouted? It's not particularly high, and we can't see all his attributes. So I mean, I wouldn't sign a player until I can see all his attributes anyway. And the better you scout a player, some of these things may change, because the scout will get to know the player better as well. So definitely, make sure that you are completely scouting, and you can approach the agent. Now, this is new. This is something more probably to do with transfers, but it'll give you an idea of what they are looking for in terms of wages and whatnot. But that's something that's more for a transfer tutorial, isn't it? And so you can see there roughly where he'll fit in to the rest of the squad. So that is, and you can also change here now, because he's not very well scouted. I can't actually move at different positions, but you can see there it just says more scouting required, although we can have a look at him as an attacking midfielder. So again, it just gives you an idea where they're going to fit in, but as I've said many times already, star ratings, good for potential to give you an idea of how good they're going to be. They can be a little bit misleading in terms of current ability. But that's it. Short and sweet for the tutorial on how to read a scouting report. If you've enjoyed it, thumbs up. Subscribe if you're new. We've got Queen of the South. Let's Play going with that if you want to see me with action. And I will see you next time, hopefully anyway, for another video. Take care.